Welcome back to the Pittsburgh Sword Saviors. It is June 4th, Wednesday night, about 8:30 at night. Lee, it's a night of somber, I think, in my opinion. The end of an era.
Yeah.
But we're going to turn this into a celebration for the end of the Inside the NBA on TNT. I think we're going to give a little bit of a Pittsburgh flavor to it. But
Yeah, I
we're
like
just going
it.
to go in, talk about the end, some of your favorite clips from the show. I asked you to give me some, and I figured we'll tie them into Pittsburgh somehow. Anyway, how you been?
Yeah.
How you doing? And what are your opening thoughts and remarks regarding the Inside the NBA?
I'm doing all right. I've been all right. How about yourself? How you doing, real quick?
I'm pretty good. I just asked that.
Yeah, I'm all right. The Inside the NBA is probably one of the, if not the best sports, I guess, analysis shows with that talked about the NBA, and it was a bunch of guys that started with Ernie Johnson, Kenny Smith, and Charles Barkley, and they incorporated some other people along the way. I think Magic Johnson was on the show, Chris Webber was on the show at one point, and then it got to Shaquille O'Neal, and they were like the four greatest guys to be on a talk show to talk about sports, but also just funny and just themselves, and they were allowed to be themselves and kind of do whatever they kind of wanted, but it was all tied into sports. But they incorporated the fans with some of the Twitter tweets and some videos that people would send, and incorporated with things that they were talking about and stuff that was going on. So it was just probably one of the, if not the best sports shows that we've had, in this generation. And it's just a sad time to see these guys leave TNT. I don't know if the whole thing they're going to be going to SportsCenter, ESPN type thing, if that's going to be working out, but it was just so great on TNT to have those four guys for the past, I don't know, 20 plus years going on.
Yeah, I mean, they transcended, and I know that using that with the sports show is something, but they transcended like the sports program.
Yeah.
There were people that wouldn't watch games, that would watch clips of them every night. It's something special. I think that, and I hope that they can still keep that going at ESPN. But ESPN has their way of being a little corporate, way of doing things the way they want to do things. So I figured I would tie that into one of the clips you had sent me relating to the loss of the potential loss of a bar of soap, and how these corporations and these companies try to pinch some pennies.
Yeah.
Oh, here's call number one.
Hi, Sir Charles. If you drop soap on the floor, is the soap dirty or is the floor clean?
I think soap is always clean.
What if you drop a bar of soap into a sandbox?
See, now you're just making up stuff. I travel with my own soap. You knew that, didn't you?
No.
I travel with a big bar of soap. I love soap.
Why? Are you afraid that it's not going to be in the hotel?
Is
there a reason?
Yes, they started
dermatologically that you need a specific soap?
Because these hotels started being cheap. Those bars ain't big enough. Because I almost had a couple accidents with the soap at hotels.
In what way?
Well, when I was washing a part of my body, I almost had a little incident.
What the heck are you talking about?
I almost had a little incident with those little bars of soap.
Almost lose it?
I almost lost it. And I was like, whoa, that was too close for comfort. So now I travel with my own big bars of soap.
Jack, you're all right. That happened on the steam room today.
We're going to get kicked out there.
No.
I'm kind of... Hold on, Chuck. What happened with this song?
No, don't go there, because I got so many jokes and I don't want to get
Chuck, what happened?
I almost lost the bar of soap. They keep making them hotel bar soaps so tiny.
Shaq. Oh, man.
Shaq, I'm
lost to where, Chuck?
Hey, Shaq, I don't know where he lost it. I don't know where he lost it, but I'm still kind of worried that
he prefers bigger bars of soap now. That makes me worry too. So I don't know.
You can't lose,
I'm just saying, man. I don't know. I don't know how to take it either way.
Next segment.
I don't know how to take it either way.
You know what you got to say?
Oh, okay. I got it.
All you got to say, Shaq, is it's that time.
So that's the first clip that you had told me to pull. It's a great clip.
Yeah.
But the way I want to tie in is there's a difference between the way Inside the NBA worked and the way ESPN works right now. ESPN, they have a ton of commercials on their during their halftime shows, during their post game and pregame shows. You don't have long segments like you have with Inside the NBA, but there's segments that 15 minutes long that you'll see on that show that you just won't see on ESPN unless they allow them to do the way that they do it. Are you concerned? Do you think they'll allow it? Or what are your thoughts on it right now?
I'm concerned. I'm concerned that they wonon't allow the longer segments because of just how they're branded and what they do with showing more commercials during their, halftime or during any little segments. That they do keep it kind of short. They just kind of stick to like the highlights of the game and then that's it. At least on TNT, they were able to kind of not only talk about the sports, but also incorporate some funny stuff with it and talk about stories and have fun while they were doing it. And I just don't foresee ESPN allowing them to do that. I want to hope that they will, but I just don't see it happening.
Yeah, it's a weary situation for me. It's not something they're used to doing. Supposedly, they're going to allow these guys some leeway. They're going to keep all their own producers that they had here at TNT. They're the one thing I heard, they're probably going to be there like about 50% of the time compared. I don't know if that's compared to what they're doing now or what they were what ESPN's coverage is, but that's what I've heard is that it's about a 50% of the time kind of deal. The reason I think that Barkley said that when talking about the fact that they had filmed a pilot apparently at TNT because TNT technically still has the rights to them, but they don't have the rights to the NBA. So there was a big thing with that, and apparently the pilot was bad. So I don't think we're going to see anything on TNT related to that.
Yeah, I guess not.
But yeah, I hope the fact they're keeping the producers will allow them to give some leeway there and do what they've been doing.
I hope so too. Because they're great.
So that was one of your favorites. One of my favorites was this one here.
Okay.
Disappointing in New Orleans. Where they going, Chuck?
Galveston. That dirty ass water. We're not even gonna send them to Cancun. We're gonna send them to Galveston with that dirty ass water be washing up on the shore. You people think they're in the beach. Y'all can't. We gonna send y'all to Cancun. Y'all drive y'all quit. Drive your ass down to Galveston. Come on, man.
So they're not taking a little.
Come on, they didn't even try, man. We're not getting them no plane ticket to the beach. We send their ass to Galveston, Texas, right where that dirty water washed up on the beach. They can't even get in the water. Come on, man.
Oklahoma City, 106-85 in Game 3. It's
So yeah, there you go. Galveston. Sorry, that's how I feel about Galveston.
Yeah.
But I figured this time around we can tie it to who's some people Pittsburgh sports related that you want to send to Galveston right now.
I'd like to send that umpire in that game last Friday behind home plate in the Padres-Pirates game. I'd like to send him back to Galveston packing. What a bad call in I think it was the top of the 8th. I think it was. It was bases loaded, full count, and the pitcher throws a ball and he calls it a strike. You could clearly see, where the ball was. It was not in the batter's box at all. And, I want to ask you as a big Pirate fan and just baseball fan in general, but more of a Pirate fan yourself. I wanted to ask you, now that they have, instant replay here for baseball, do you think they should start incorporating some instant replay in the pitching? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, it's coming. They're doing it in the minor leagues right now. And I think they did in spring training too. They did in spring training this year. Just to see how it would work. I expect it to come with the next CBA at the latest, but it might even be coming next year. So, yeah, that's something that is going to come in. That call specifically, was pretty bad. There's a Twitter account that it's called Scorecards, and they actually like do analysis and on everything like that on different calls. In general, the umpire supposedly had a pretty good game calling balls and strikes, but he ended up between that call and I think another call giving the Padres an extra like run and a half.
Wow.
Over over. So comparing the actual score to what would have happened if the calls were made right, he gave the Padres an extra like run and a half, and you're talking about a 3-2 final. So it really cost them the game there. It would have been nice to get some momentum going. They came off a pretty decent series with the D-backs. They had 2 straight wins, 9-6, 10-1. They came into that game against the Padres. We're looking good. Ended up losing 3-2 there. The next night they were able to get a 5-0 win, and then a 6-4 loss on Sunday. So that swifts you from winning a series in San Diego, a very tough place to play. San Diego's currently like 30. After that series, they were 33-24. So I mean, it definitely would have been a big momentum boost. I think 3-game winning streak at that point. Could have been a 4-game since they had one on Saturday going into Sunday. It would have been nice to see, but unfortunately that was not going to happen that day. But yeah, I think they call the ABS system automated ball. I don't know if ball strike. Maybe it's just automated ball strike. But whatever it is, ABS system. It's already in the minor leagues. A lot of the younger guys are probably frustrated by the fact that they come up to the majors and they have less ability to make changes and get the calls right. But that's the way it is right now. Anyone else you want to send down to Galveston?
Bob Nutting for sure. He just terrible with this team. I just don't get it. You know, it's going to be interesting to see with it's Don Kelly, right? That's the guy right now.
Yeah, he's the guy. He's the manager right now.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how he does managing with the team for the rest of the season.
Mm-hmm.
But I just think that a lot of this falls on Bob Nutting, the owner, for sure. I just think that he needs to do better and give the fans what they really want, and I just don't think he's doing that. I think he's very cheap, and I just think that he needs to do better as a owner.
Yeah, we can send Charrington down with him. That'll be one of my guys. He wasn't given the budget, but there were players out there at similar salaries. You look at Tommy Pham and Austin Hayes; they're very similar salaries coming into the free agency. They didn't get Hayes. They ended up having to settle on Pham. That's a move that you do the opposite there. You're helping your team out. There's a couple other guys, a couple pitchers, a couple hitters that just would have made a difference that were available and weren't crazy money wise. I don't maybe send the whole entire drama and everything related to Aaron Rodgers right now.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll send that to Texas. Galveston specifically right now. I'm just over it. I think that the players are over it too at this point. They're probably, but with OTAs going on now, hopefully that'll get settled in. Yeah, it's the story we bring up every day, every week, whatever it is. So those are 2 things I'll send to Galveston right now.
For sure.
What story do you want to go with next? Where do you want to go? NBA inside the NBA next.
Wait, let's go. You want a funny one? Let's go to the bracelet. Let's go to a funny one. Let's bring it back up and let's go to the bracelet story.
Like, who made your bracelet? That looks like a great aggressive.
You know, I got this bracelet from a guy in the steam room back in Arizona.
You got what? Time out.
Hey, Kenny, quit asking questions, man.
You got the bracelet from a
dude
guy in the steam room. Explain, please. Please explain.
I saw this guy wear this in the steam room, and I noticed the dark.
So what, did you ask him
Are
for
you
it?
kidding me?
And I did. We were talking. I said, that's a nice bracelet. And I said, I had never seen it before. And I asked him. I didn't ask him for it. So we get out of the steam room. We get dressed. He comes over. He said, man, you can have the bracelet.
Wait, I had a question. Were towels on or off in the
Towels were on.
Okay, that's all I'm saying, man.
Towels were on.
Okay, man.
Hey.
Yo, get out. Yo, he got me up. He's like, ask him about the
bracelet.
Oh, wait,
so I didn't know the story. Oh, my God.
Towels were on, Chuck.
I was on, but he was a real nice guy. He gave
Obviously, he was real nice. Oh, yeah, in the steam room.
And I guess
Was it a steam or a sauna?
This is sand. It was sauna.
Okay.
You know, no, it was a steam room actually.
How'd you see that in the steam room?
Bulldogs in the steam room and bulldogs.
Oh, this is like sand from the Black Sea.
Yeah.
And this is.
You know what? Nobody's
shout him
listening.
out his name.
Nobody cares.
America's greatest makers. That's a great bracelet, man.
Hey, man, y'all can't make me feel bad. We had our towels on and two men talking in the steam room. Y'all haters, dude.
I'm not saying him anything wrong. I just
Hey, you ever see yourself admitting, yeah, the guy in the steam room gave me his bracelet? I don't see that.
You don't tell nobody else that story, Chuck.
Too
late. You're too honest,
Y'all
man.
haters,
That's your
man.
problem, man. You
Hey, man, whatever your name is.
just say, hey, look,
I don't even know his name.
I don't know his name.
And then he gave you a bracelet in the steam room as he was rubbing oil on your back.
so
You don't
empty.
even know his name. Oh, man. The guy's rubbing oil on your back.
He wasn't rubbing oil on
He
my
gave you
back.
his bracelet.
He was rubbing all over my back, man. Hey, man, whatever your name is, thank you for my bracelet. They can't.
This is a dog. Get out of here, man. There you go. Go to commercial, Ernie.
lost a cup of water out here.
Oh, my.
You see, I mean, ESPN's not going to allow this. I want this to happen, but they're not going to allow this.
The worst thing is it's going to be like corporatized where they're going to like try to make that happen. They're going to try to make videos like that happen.
Yeah.
That just aren't going to. The thing that makes that show so great is how organic it is and how things just like happen. It's hard to find a way to tie that back to Pittsburgh sports. But one thing I don't know if you remember this or even saw it earlier in the season, but the Pirates started to wear these necklaces after Kutch had told them to put it on. Something that it was an older style necklace. There's a specific name for it. I don't know off the top of the head, but they're all wearing them now. They're like black and gold necklaces. They were famous in like the 2010s or so, I guess. So Kutch brought them back. The first game they brought them back, they scored 10 runs, won 10-3. This was on April 14th, but it was after a stretch of games where they were 5-11 at that point. Obviously, the season's not going that well now, but for at least one night, the lucky bracelets got them scoring again. I think they had a stretch of a bunch of innings without any runs scored before then, but they survived that run and then went into other more dangerous ruts. But can you tie it back in it anyway?
I mean, the only good thing I could think of is, I mean, it's just the same of what you just said. I mean, at least with the Pirates, they know that McCutchen gave them and told them about that.
Yeah.
And this Charles can't even remember the guy that gave him the bracelet, you know. So, but at least the Pirates know, like, oh, at least Andrew McCutchen was the one that was like, oh yeah, you know, let's do this, and they followed the veteran and they won a big game. So that's awesome.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's a story for sure. Next, I think I'm gonna go to a clip of our guy Shaq.
All right.
Having some falls.
All right.
Get people. See, here he is. Okay, Kenny. All right, Kenny. It's an accident. All right, Kenny. Why'd you try to box me out? Why'd you try to box me out?
Harry.
Why'd you try to box me out?
Harry.
Don't lock in defensively, and this is obvious. Get him, Kenny. You set me up, Ernie.
What do you mean, me?
You set me up, Ernie. You set me up,
What is that down there?
Hey, I'm waiting on you, big fella. I'm waiting. Okay, Ernie.
Don't blame me.
Yes, you did. You tied around my leg.
No, he did.
Yes, you did.
How am I going to tie
I saw
something
you,
around
Ernie.
your
Down goes Shaq. Down goes Shaq. You
You're enough to hold the fat over here.
What is this? Ernie set me up. What is this? Yeah, okay, Ernie.
Where did this come from?
All right, Ernie.
It ain't me.
But that was the biggest
Ernie.
lapse of all night.
Okay, Ernie.
Why are you putting me? Why are you
Because
putting
you were
that on my
all
doorstep?
analytical last week, talking about.
Look at this.
Oh, my gosh.
What are you doing? Just as
He fell. He's out. He's down for the count. He's down for the count.
Oh no!
My neck and my back.
No,
My neck.
I told you. I told you. This is our studio. Stay down. Stay down. Now you understand. Safe. Chuck, don't cheat.
Yeah, don't cheat.
Chuck. Don't cheat, Chuck. Don't cheat. Don't cheat. Get your boy out of here.
Oh, that was bad right there. That was bad. That was bad.
All right, Jimmy. Yeah, I'm all right. I'm all right.
All right, so
I tie that into all the falls of the sports teams in this city where we can't get over the hump.
the
It
fall
just
off
keep
of
falling,
everyone.
yeah.
The Pens
Yeah.
haven't made the playoffs a little bit. The Steelers can't win a playoff game. It has been a mess. Yeah, I think you're right. That's the best way to tie it in. Is that the fall off of the Pittsburgh sports scene lately, the failures of both the Pens, the continued failures of the Pirates, and the Steelers' inability to win a playoff game.
Yes.
All right, Lee, we got one last video you sent in. Let's see what it is and let's talk about it.
It's time for
EJ's Vino Saturday Night.
Presented by no one.
Okay, do you remember, by the way, unsullied by sponsorship since 1989. So do you remember earlier this season when we did the audio tune? We took the actual conversation we had on the air, and the Cartoon Network guys helped and made a cartoon out of it with the actual thing, and it was the Loci bracelet in the steam room. Well, last year, I guess this is from last year, isn't it? The big rant by Chuckster when the Suns were playing so bad, and he had that big, how are the nachos and how's it? Well, they've taken that audio and come up with this.
Uh-oh. How's the hot dogs, Chuck? The hot dog, they got that hard bun. What about the pretzels, Chuck? The pretzels are hard as a rock. You can pay attention. So what about the nachos? Oh, my God, the cheese is cold. Old cheese, Shaq. And the chips are stale. Oh, man. Come on, man. And the thing is, some places they give you good nachos, they put jalapeno. The Suns be putting pickles on it. Come on, son.
How about the parking over there, Chuck?
It's plenty of parking. You can buy one of them seats up the top and move right down by center court. Hey, underdog, put that on the DVD.
Man, you guys are the greatest. Thank you.
They are, man.
That is fun stuff.
Oh, Lord.
The only thing I could say is, at least it hasn't gotten that bad for like the fans when they come to our stadiums.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that last part with the parking lot,
Yeah.
that hits home for the Pirates for sure. But yeah, other than that, I agree with you. For the Steelers, for the Pirates, I think the experience at the games aren't too bad right now.
Yeah.
The Pirates specifically got a pretty good, solid food selection, great seats. I think anytime the Pirate game, it's a nice place to be.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, poor fucking Phoenix. What did they
do? He was talking during the real rant that they had. He said that he goes, "Oh, they keep inviting me to the games. I don't want to be going to those games."
Yeah. I guess we could do that. What's the one game that you would just never go to in the city of Pittsburgh right now? Which one do you just have no interest in being at?
Right now?
Is there anything you wouldn't go out to see?
Probably right now, Penguins game.
Really?
If they were playing right now,
the rebuild coming?
I don't believe it. I just don't
Uh-huh.
think I'd go. Yeah.
They did hire a new coach today. He looks
Yeah.
like he's going to take out Superman soon. I don't know if you saw
Luthor.
a picture of him.
Yeah, I saw him. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
that definitely looks like Lex Luthor for sure.
Yeah, that someone else has said that he looks like Joe Block, who was the commentator for the Pirates. I don't know anything about him. He comes from the New York Rangers, is what I've heard.
Yeah.
But who knows what's going on there?
What about you? You have a game you wouldn't go to?
I couldn't make myself go to a preseason Steeler game right now.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I don't want to be. I'm not a big fan of the stadium in general.
Yeah.
Going there, August heat.
Yeah.
I just have no interest to see them not even play really. Most of their guys.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd make it to it.
I hear you on that for sure.
Okay. I think that's it. I think we can give a final nod to Inside the NBA on TNT. Great
Definitely
show.
share some good
guys.
clips. Yeah, for sure.
Hopefully
we'll
they
miss you guys. Hopefully we see you guys on ESPN and they let you guys keep it fresh.
Yep. All right. I'll see you.
I'll see you.